Rhonda's 4 mink coats transformed into a throw, 8 pillows, and 2 bunnies. I definitely had a lot to work with. This was the black, which also had a leather interior, which is really nice. We're not going to be using any of the linings from the coat because we're going to be using brand new lining for the project. Hi, my next project is going to consist of 4 different furs. We have one long fur coat. It is a mink. It has beautiful coloration between the light and the darks. Here's the back. The fur appears to be in pretty good shape. The customer would like a small throw, measuring 36 by 48 inches. We're not going to be using the linings because we're going to be using just plain lining in the projects. This is the second coat that the customer sent. Also beautiful fur, mink. So not only does she want a throw, she also wants 2 16 by 16 inch pillows, fur front and back. And I already know that we're going to have a lot of fur left over because here is the third coat. Another mink coat, also in very nice shape. This one's closed up. Very pretty. And the last fur is this black mink. And I know it's a mink from Denmark because that's what the tag tells me that it is. It's also lined in the inside with a really nice soft leather. So we'll see if we're going to be able to do anything with the leather lining from this coat as well. So right now, one throw, 2 16 by 16 inch pillows, and a variety of other pillows or whatever the customer would like. So I'm pretty excited. We're going to see what we can come up with. So let's get started. After deconstructing the fur, I laid them all out to see what I had to work with. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of fur. The original intention was a throw and 2 pillows, but we definitely made a lot more. Here I'm cutting the strips for the throw. I am measuring out for the border. Once I sewed all the pieces together, I wet down the fur and stapled it to the board to stretch it all out and make sure that it's going to lay flat and look beautiful and perfect. I use foam board underneath my fur, and this way I can staple and or pin into it if I have to. Once that was done, I laid out the white cotton that goes on the back. That's to help to protect the fur, skin side of the fur, that is. From there, I bring it to my sewing machine and I sew a strip of grosgrain ribbon to the edge to help support the sides. I tack then smaller portions to the fur machine, and that just helps keep the center in place. I usually make about 9 tacks throughout the project. Once it's completed, the next thing that has to be done is that you have to put on the backing. Layer it together, sew it together. The final measurement was 36 by 48. Then on to the pillows. I used pieces and I connected them together to make pillow forms. Now the first 2 pillows I made were double-sided fur to fur, and there's a whole separate video on how I put those together. Next, on to the bunnies. All the pieces were laid out, cut out, and then sewn together with a combination of the fur machine and my regular domestic machine. The bolster was next, and I used these scraps to create that beautiful bolster. The 4 black pillows I made from the black mink. 2 have the backing with leather that I pieced together from the original lining of that coat. And the 2 smaller pillows are just plain black satin. And enjoy the rest of the pictures of this wonderful project. Come visit us at dinahsquilts.com.